Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
First and 10. Here's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping him cold.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Eagles, it's 7 and 3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll send Brown in motion right. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts sets up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Over here.
We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll go again to Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
On play action, Rodgers. His throw incomplete. Rondell Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Let's go now. Tempo.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Let's go.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
They get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might all stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The kick by Crosby is good, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back. And Hurts fumbles it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. This is caught, and that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Now Rodgers. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Eagles take over the first at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Ready, set.
They go play action with Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Hurt, hurt.
Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Rodgers tapping his forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 38, Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
An inside give to Jones. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Now Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Further without scoring than this, but that last yard sometimes can be the toughest. This is third and goal. Jones. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Crosby is good, and they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
19 Tiger. Panther 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. That's their first time getting to the quarterback sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half, you know.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, now Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. In motion right is Smith. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
In motion left is Watkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion left is Watkins. On third down, they turn to Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Rodgers to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. To throw is Rodgers. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he'll spike it here, but it's too late. The clock showing 000. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down